Now, there are probably thousands of reasons on why you should focus on being more physically fit, but specifically for this video, I want to share with you the top 10 benefits. What's going on, guys? Coach Joe here with Heartletics.com, and welcome back to a brand new episode. Now, the intentions for today's video is to really inspire you and most importantly, encourage you to focus on improving yourself. So that way, guess what? You can be more of an asset and you can pour more out into others because you're going to be filling up your cup for sure in today's episode. Now, I don't know many benefits about being overweight. I know that there's lots of disadvantages like lack of confidence. You're obviously not eating healthy, you're being lazy, you're not being the best, form of leadership, you're not being disciplined, and obviously, health conditions, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, and eventually, a shorter life expectancy. But I will tell you this, these 10 benefits that we're going to go over next into why you should focus on being more physically fit, hopefully this gives you a sense of inspiration to make sure that you're focusing on each and every day becoming 1% better than who you were yesterday. Now, with that being said, the first benefit is less joint pain. I know a lot of guys, they'll call me up for, hey Joe, I see all these amazing transformations at Heartletics, and they'll apply for a coaching call with somebody from our team. And typically, they'll go ahead and tell us that they struggle with either a bad back, bad shoulders, bad knees. And sure, maybe it's because of some injuries, but 9 times out of 10, it's because they're overweight, And maybe because of their bad, poor eating habits, they have a lot of inflammation within their joints. So if you're somebody that's struggling right now with, let's say, a bad back, let's say knee problems, or any kind of joint pain itself, I encourage you to start focusing a little bit more on being more physically fit. So that way you can deal with less significant joint pain. The second benefit is you're going to be happier. What happens when you just start exercising? Sure, in the very beginning stages, nobody wants to work out. Nobody wants to show up to the gym, especially if it's on a cold winter day. But how do you feel after a workout? You feel really good about yourself, You have these positive endorphins going throughout your body, and that carries you on throughout the course of the rest of the day, simply because it's going to put you in a better mood. You're going to be a lot happier, and also feel proud of yourself for showing up and sticking to that workout. And what happens when you start feeling happier? Well, that leads us to our third health benefit, which is less stress. You see, we talk a lot about stress inside of our coaching program. You could be dealing with stress at home. You could be dealing with stress, let's say, at work. But also, if you're overweight, maybe that's stress on your joints, obviously with all that inflammation that we just got done talking about. Maybe the high blood pressure, high cholesterol, maybe the type 2 diabetes, maybe it's just stress on your heart, bad health conditions. Maybe it's also stress on your mindset because you're thinking to yourself, oh man, if I don't do something about my health, how much longer am I going to continue to live this way? You're not feeling any happier at all, but nonetheless, when you're underneath all this stress, you're spiking your cortisol levels, And your cortisol is your body's natural stress hormone. And when you have spiked amount of cortisol levels, it becomes very difficult to lose body fat. So when you start being more physically fit, when you start being more active, when you start eating better, guess what? You're going to be lowering your cortisol levels. The fourth benefit is you're going to become more disciplined. Now, as a man, I firmly believe that how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you start showing up for yourself, and I'm not saying work out each and every day, but hey, maybe that's just being more active. Maybe that's getting more steps in. Maybe that's just focusing on better awareness when it comes to putting food into your body. Maybe that is exercising 3, 4, 5 times a week, whatever the case may be. When you start building up that discipline, that's going to carry on to other areas of your life as well. Specifically at work, which leads us right into our fifth benefit, which is less brain fog. Let's face the facts here. When you start eating healthy, when you start being more active, when you start becoming more disciplined within your own health and fitness journey, that's going to branch off obviously into your work performance as well. And when you're showing up for work, when you're more focused, when you're more alert, you're not tired all day long because, let's say, you lack energy because, hey, you have no stamina anymore because you're not focusing on eating the right foods and you're not being active. So when 3 o'clock hits and your coworkers are all ready to take a nap and you're the guy that's working 10 times harder, that's going to look really good in terms of your boss's eyes. The sixth benefit is probably my favorite, and that's leadership. I said it before and I'll say it again. As a man, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you can start focusing on being more active, start eating healthier, guess what? That's going to be a great representation to those around you. Maybe that's your fellow colleagues that's struggling with their own health and fitness goals. Maybe it's also your family members as well. Let's say your spouse, or let's say your children, monkey see, monkey do. I'm sure you heard that before. So if you're the type of person that's, let's say you get off work and maybe, hey, that bad wolf is creeping in saying, just turn on Netflix, drink a beer, watch a movie, and just relax. But no, you decide to feed the good wolf. You decide to, let's say, start doing some push-ups right there while watching the movie, or who knows, maybe you decide to start going for a walk. Your kids, your family, that's going to be such an inspiration for them that they want to continue on those trends as well. The seventh benefit is having more confidence, and this is in so many areas of somebody's life. Let's say you take a shower, you step outside, you see yourself in the mirror. It's like, I don't know a lot of guys that feel confident when they got, let's say, the man boobs, the beer belly, or the spare tire. But I know a lot of guys that when they look at themselves in the mirror, right, and they see all that hard work that they've been putting in, just being more active, just eating healthier as well, they start feeling proud of themselves. Let's say, it's a hot summer day and you're taking your kids to the local pool or the beach. I don't know a lot of guys that feel confident wearing their shirts on at the beach. I know a lot of guys, though, that take their shirts off at the beach and feel really confident because guess what? It's a great representation of all their hard work and all their dedication. Let me ask you a simple question. Those old clothes that maybe you keep tucked away in the back of the closet that you keep on telling yourself, one day I'm going to fit into them. If let's say you start prioritizing your health and fitness journey a little bit more and you start showing up for yourself, you're being more active, start eating healthier as well, and now eventually you can fit into them, would you feel more confident? If let's say you had to give this presentation at work in front of all these people and you're up on stage, let's say before when you tucked in your shirt, you had this big old dad bod, right? The big old spare tire, right? That's not going to help with your confidence. But on the flip side, obviously, since you've been improving and prioritizing your health and fitness goals, right? You've been working out, you've been eating healthier, as I just mentioned. Now all of a sudden it's like, hey, your chest actually sticks out farther than your stomach. You're having a lot more confidence now giving that presentation in front of everybody. You know what they say, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good. So your performance is going to be way better just because you feel more confident in your own skin. And having more confidence leads us right into our eighth benefit, which is having more sex drive. If you're somebody that struggles with having low levels of testosterone, hear me out on this one. The formula for increasing your stamina in the bedroom is very simple. Lose body fat, build lean muscle. How do you do that? You work out, you eat healthier, you be active, you don't give up. You show up each and every day and you're consistent with your health and fitness goals. And it's so much more than just having confidence in the bedroom, right? It's more stamina, it's more endurance, it's more energy, right? But at the same time, it's like you don't want to be that two-pump chump that as soon as you're done, hey, you turn off the lights and you go to bed. It's like, no, you're spending that quality time. You're enhancing your relationship with your partner. And that's going to make them feel way more special than just a quick little 2-minute session and then boom, turn off the lights and go to sleep. I mentioned in the very beginning of this video that, when you're overweight, obviously if you have bad health conditions like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, obviously that does not help you at all when it comes to living longer. So the ninth benefit is living longer. And this is just, in my opinion, everybody should strive for. Being alive is such a blessing. And I understand that at times people deal with a lot of stress, maybe paying the bills or a lot of scarcity and stuff that you see on the news that make you feel kind of anxious, right? Fearful, doubtful. But hear me out. Every single day is a blessing. Every single day that you should be grateful to be alive. And when you start focusing on, once again, prioritizing your own health and fitness journey, right? And just doing the small little things like being more active and, maybe let's say eating more protein, you're enhancing that opportunity to live longer, which is priceless. And when you're doing all the right things that is enhancing the longevity of your life, what is that doing? That's giving you peace of mind, which is our last benefit that I want to share with you. And it's not just peace of mind for yourself. It's peace of mind for your family members as well. I mean, if you're somebody that is overweight and taking all these different medications, and once again, you don't prioritize your health, your family's probably worried about you. Where are you going to be at in the next 10, 15, 20 years, given your current health conditions right now? Are you going to be in a better position, or are you going to be in a worse position? It's a hard question to ask, but hopefully, if you're somebody that, let's say, doesn't prioritize your own health, maybe that wakes you up a little bit. Now, let's just say you are somebody that is overweight, and you are taking all these different medications, and you're struggling, and you have maybe been struggling for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years, where you feel like year after year, it's the same old song and dance. You start off the year strong, right? Cut out your carbs, cut out your alcohol, cut out your sugar, cut out your favorite foods, cut out everything under the sun, and let's just work out every single day, 7 days a week for 2 hours. But the reality is like this. What happens, right? The end of February, maybe mid-March, you fall down, flat on your face, Why don't we make sure that we change things up a little bit? I believe it's Albert Einstein that once said, the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. Now, my recommendation for you is the same recommendation that I share with all of our members at Heartletics. Follow a plan that you can be consistent with. Follow a plan that works with your lifestyle and teaches you sustainable habits that's going to guarantee you success. Because the reality is like this. What's the point of cutting out your carbs only to lose 20 pounds, but then eventually, if it's not sustainable, you fall off the wagon and regain the weight right back? Hear me out. When you start focusing, right, on creating sustainable habits, you're going to see such a change in your life, but also you're going to realize here that all you did was make small little tweaks, small little adjustments here and there. That's going to have such a big compound effect to helping you have success, and most importantly, long-term success. That way you're not going to fall off the wagon. Now, what has been working for our members for the past several years is very simple. It's a 3-step fat loss formula called acquisition, application, and accountability. Now, this 3-step formula has led to the success of thousands of our members reaching their health and fitness goals, and hundreds of these guys getting off their blood pressure, cholesterol medications, and even reversing their type 2 diabetes. Now, if you want any information about that, you can just click on the link down below, and in the description box is going to be a free fat loss guide that you can simply download and learn a lot more on how you can successfully reach your health and fitness goals once and for all. Or you can schedule a free discovery call and speak with somebody from our team directly and just figure out what is a step-by-step plan to follow that works best for your lifestyle that's going to help you reach your goals. Lastly, if you guys got any value at all from today's episode, I would greatly appreciate it if you just gave this video a thumbs up, leaving a comment down below also with your biggest takeaway, and just making sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel just in case you haven't already. I'm constantly posting new videos here just to inform you and help you on your own health and fitness journey. And with that being said, this has been Coach Joe with Heartletics.com, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts.